such young children.
Oludda olwabi lwagenda mu maaso ne luleeta obujulizi nga balaga nti okutta abaana bano nakikola mu bugenderevu, era ne baleeta obujulizi nga flash disk okwali firimu y'entalo mu China. Eyo firimu nali nagiteekako ku flash disk eyo emabega, era nga ndi mu ggwanga lino. Ekitabo ekiriko ekisoma olutalo mu China, naye nga nali ekitabo ekyo nakiteekako ku flash disk eyo emabega nga ndi mu lutalo, nga ndi mu ggwanga lino Uganda. Ekyo tekisonga ku ngeri y'okuttabwa kw'abaana bano aboogerwako, era bategeeza nti nali saagala era nga sirina kigendererwa mu kulwana ntalo, era nga nali wakuwangulwa. Era oludda olwabi lwaleeta obujulizi obulala era mu kikabanga eky'ebizibiti nga bagezaako okulaga nti kino nakikola nga nakigenderera oba nakiteekateeka, okugeza nga vidiyo eza okutemako emiteezo ekyo ekitongole kya ISIS n'okunoonyereza ku masomero. N'okunoonyereza ku masomero g'abaana abato.
Mr. Okello, when you finish, you will let me know, because like I told you,
Yes.
when you give unsworn statements, nobody interrupts your conversation. So when you're done, you will let me know and we shall stop.
Yes, when I'm done, I will let you know. That very, yeah, okay. So moving on along. Yes, my lord. The video, the school searches, and almost all the other evidence that suggests, my lord, that I did this very deliberately, was created in the end. I mean, those events happened at a later time when I did in fact make the searches and did those actions, but there was there was factors that were forcing me. I didn't even do so willingly still then. And then it comes to the conclusion of defense, my lord, that I didn't do any of this actually intentionally. I mean, in the legal sense of the word. As I try to murder. So to summarize the intentional murder section, We're going to say defense doesn't believe.
You.
Yeah,
You
I don't.
defense.
Huh? I don't believe that I did this murder intentionally as legally defined. And then that's one reason, my lord, why the charges, all the 4 counts, my lord, should not be honored, my lord. So, my lord, I will explain separately or in a different section how I came to think and act that way. I'll explain how or why I believe I was forced to act that way.
Please proceed and explain. I'm
Now?
writing. Yes.
Yes, shortly. No, it's not going to be very long. The whole defense is very short, but for organization's sake, I think, my lord, we should just keep the order here. Yes? Okay. So to support this, to support the argument that I didn't do this intentionally as described in this section, we are going to rely on the exhibits that have already been submitted by prosecution. Yeah, and the charge and caution statement, the plain police statement also. So moving on. Here I'm going to in this section I'm going to describe why I was forced to, how I believe I didn't very willingly make the police statements. Yeah, in this section, I believe I'm just going to describe. It's very short. How I believe that I didn't make the police statements and some of the other evidence that was.
Mr. Okello, that one you said it already, and I have it on record. That
Yeah.
you were forced to.
Yeah, I must. I should describe.
That one I already have it on record. You can now give me something else.
Maybe not, my lord.
Is that all?
No, there's more, but I'd like us to be sure that we have this on record, my lord.
Yes, we do. You said that the prosecution tendered in a plain statement and a confession that you said that you killed, where you confessed that you killed the children.
Yeah.
for wealth or for
Yes,
riches.
yes.
But you were forced to write that statement,
Yes.
and you had no.
I believe that.
you
I
had
believe
no
so.
other choice.
Yeah.
So that one, I have it on record.
But I should say here that these are the witnesses I'm going to rely on, and this is the evidence also that I'm going to rely on. That's what I wanted to complete here.
Your
my lord.
witnesses, yesterday we recorded them, and there was a prayer from your lawyers that we shouldn't disclose their identities, and so I don't want you to mention your witnesses.
Okay, my lord. Moving on. In the next section, my lord, I'm going to try to show how it seemed unlikely that I could have conceived even an idea like that. And though it doesn't directly support the arguments that I didn't do it, it can indirectly. We believe so, my lord, that this section could help to support it can indirectly. We believe so, my lord, that this section could help to support. Yeah.
So that one, I have it on record.
But I should say here that these are the witnesses I'm going to rely on, and this is the evidence also that I'm going to rely on. That's what I wanted to complete here.
Your
my lord.
witnesses, yesterday we recorded them, and there was a prayer from your lawyers that we shouldn't disclose their identities, and so I don't want you to mention your witness.
The defense contends that the accused.
Yourself, and what is your defense?
The accused.
You are the accused.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to contend that I am a person said to be of generally good moral character, and is also said to be affectionate and kind, and is also very busy, and he's said to be focused on his work, and is very, very hardworking. Some have said that he's fairly prosperous, maybe by Ugandan standards, and resourceful. And in light of this circumstantial evidence, it helps, or it lends credit to the argument, my lord, that I couldn't even have conceived the idea, and so maybe alternative explanations could be carefully considered. So moving on.
let her first interpret.
Waliwo ebyali binsindikiriza okukola naye nga saabikola mu bugenderevu era siyina kye nakola mu bugenderevu mu kuwumbawumba ku kigendererwa ky'okutta. Sikkiriza nti natta mu bugenderevu, y'ensonga lwaki njagala kkooti eno ereme kukkiriza misango gino. Era ngenda kunnyonnyola lwaki ndowooza nti nakakibwa oba nasindikirizibwa okukola ebyakolebwa, era nga okuwagira obujulizi bwange nti saakola byonna byenakola mu bugenderevu, neesigama ku bizibiti ebyaleetebwa oludda oluwaabi. Era ngenda mu maaso okugamba nti satta baana bano mu bugenderevu aboogerwako abana, era ngamba nti ndi muntu ayogerwako nti nina empisa ennungi, neeyisa bulungi, ndi wa kisa, nkola nnyo era nga ndi wa mugaso nnyo.
Okay. For this circumstantial evidence section, I'm going to complete. I'm going to contend that I had a bright future to look forward to, and I had my parents to look after, and I had what was I thought a very successful business in the making. And so, in light of all of this, my lord, it would seem unlikely that that I could do something like this. And so, to support this section, I'm going to call it a prosperous life. I'm going to rely on evidence from my dad, testimony from my dad. Testimony from my former landlord, and testimony from the people that leased me land in Noya. Also, also on a resume, my lord, in my resume. Okay, in this section, I'll call it clues. It's just also circumstantial evidence. I can't I cannot prove directly, but it's just supporting evidence that could be useful for defense later. And here I can show, maybe it's just circumstantial, maybe it's stronger, but here I try to make an argument, my lord, that I went into some distress. So this is something difficult for me, not something I voluntarily participated in. And something was happening to me that I wasn't really in control of. And maybe, my lord, maybe, my lord, this section also lends credit to the fact that, to the argument, my lord, that I wasn't very deliberate in killing the children. And maybe, my lord, the other evidence could show with more certainty that I wasn't very deliberate in the deaths of the 4 children, my lord. So moving on. Okay.
Nti nayina ebire eby'omu maaso ebitangaavu, nayina bazadde bange ab'okulabirira, nti nali mu business man ng'era njolekedde okuyitamu, ng'era n'obulamu bwange bw'omu maaso ndaba nga bulungi. Nina obujulizi obw'okwogerwako obulungi okuva eri taata wange abampangisa ettaka Enyoya, abantu abansemba mu CV yange, era nagenda mu maaso n'okwennyika mu birowoozo oba n'okuba nga ndimu ennyamivu, era nga kino tekyali kirungi gye ndi, era nga saakola kintu kyonna mu bugenderevu, era nga nali sisobola kwebeera bikolwa byange. Saakigenderera okutta abaana bano abana.
So the section is here. I'm going to say from around mid-January up to sometime mid or late March. I entered an especially distressing period. And so, my lord, I was contending with certain people that I will describe in a later section. And during this time, by the way, the time frame is only approximate. I really can't remember for how long and at the very precise period it began. But I think it was mid early January to around late March, my lord. So. So, my lord, I'm going to say here that certain people, they got my attention, and they eventually, you know, my lords, they somehow began to they began to get accountability from me, legitimate or otherwise. They made increasing demands from me. And I noticed, or they made me notice, that they, you know, they had they had all these capabilities. And so, my lord, they threatened to kill me. They staked out that neighborhood where I live. If you know what stakeout means, it means like they will park a car or just stand there and watch where I'm living. There'll be somebody there the whole time watching me. So yeah, they staked out that Bunga neighborhood. Yeah, they began to demand money, cash from me. And there was people that would follow me. They follow me closely. So, my Lord, during this time, I left my home. I fled from that neighborhood for a long time. I yeah, I left that home, that small single bedroom where I was renting in Bunga, near the trading center. Then I stayed on the street for a while. I lived outside on the street. I didn't want to be in that in that secluded place too much. So I used to sleep on the street and I didn't go back to the house too much, but that much. I went there only very little, my Lord. So I didn't do too much. I was just on the run. I was out there always on the run or hiding somewhere. So, my Lord, between this period between the January and the March, in the later part, the very late part of this of this episode, I tried to. I tried to, my Lord. I tried to end it some way, somehow. So I tried a few methods. I tried a few ways to I tried a few things, my Lord, to bring the whole thing to an end. And I tried to flee. I tried to flee the country. Then, my Lord, I tried to. I tried to. I tried to rob a bank. I tried to rob a bank. Yeah. What? What? Then, my Lord, I tried to. I tried, my Lord, to kill my brother's family. Yeah, I did. I tried to kill my brother's family.
Makati g'omwezi ogwa January oba ogw'olubereberye okutuuka ku nkomerero y'omwezi ogwokusatu nali mu kiseera kya kwennyika birowoozo era nalina abantu be nali nsika nabo omuguwa nga mu kiseera ekyo sisobola ngeraageranya sijjukira bulungi oba gwali ku ntandika y'omwezi ogwa January okutuuka mu mwezi ogwokusatu waliwo abantu abatandika okubaako bye bankozesa era nga balina embalirira okuva gyendi era balina bye bansaba ebyenjawulo ng'era bingi nakizuula nti balina obusobozi bwonna bantiisatiisa okunzita baalinga bagumba awantu okumpi n'ewange ng'era obudde bwonna bantambulizaako amaaso gye nali mbeera ebbunga era batandika okukanda ssente enkalu era abantu bannondoolanga. Mu kiseera kino nagezaako okudduka era nga nava we nali nsula mu kazigo era akazigo ako ke nali mpangisa ebbunga mu trading center nakaleka ne ntandika okubeera nga nsula bweru ku luguudo era saddangayo eri mu nju yange era naddangayo bbalirirwe era buli ssaawa nalinga nziruka n'okwekweka. Wakati w'omwezi gwa January n'ogwokusatu nagezaako ebintu ebyenjawulo era nga nagezaako okuba nga nkomekkereza ebintu bino. Nagezaako okudduka mu ggwanga, nagezaako okunyagulula bbanka, nagezaako n'okutta famire ya muganda wange.
Ms. Okello, are you still proceeding?
Yeah. Still reading.
Okay.
Okay.